Hi guys, thanks for coming to Guilds today. Today we are going to be learning about knots. So we'll be doing this on campus and then you'll be doing it virtually too. So all you need for this activity is some rope. So if you don't have rope, this is parachute cord or paracord. And you can find it at any hardware store. That's where I got this at, or any outdoor store. If you don't have paracord, then what you can use is any type of rope. You can even use a shoestring if you have it. So I'm sure you have something in your house, some sort of rope that you can use. So we're going to be watching a video to show you how to use the knots because it does a really good job at explaining it. So go ahead and grab your rope. You can pause this video until you find your rope, and then you can pause or play the video again. After each knot, I encourage you to pause the video so that you can practice the knot. And once you feel comfortable with that knot, then go ahead and press play again and learn the next knot. And then you'll pause it and keep doing that until you have learned all 7 knots. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen so that you can see the video. And please let me know if you have any questions.
Working end. The loose end then goes above your working end around the object once more. The loose end is then passed.
Okay, sorry, I'm going to start from the beginning. Here we go.
7 knots you need to know. The square knot, also known as the reef knot. The square knot is a binding knot, typically used in boating, securing bandages in a medical setting, and home and garden. It's used to join 2 ends of a line around an object. Let's pretend that these 2 ends are part of the same rope. You go right over left for one of the knots, and then left over right for the other. The result should be a symmetrical knot with 2 ends running parallel to each other. The second knot is the clove hitch. The clove hitch is used a lot in boating, sailing, outdoor, and also just around the house. And it's used for securing a line to an object. To start in the middle of the line, I take my hand and I twist the rope away from me. This forms a loop. Doing it the exact same way a second time forms a second loop. The second loop goes on top of the first loop. You'll notice that both of the ends are in the middle. The hitch is then placed over your object and can be tightened. To tie from the end, you bring the line all the way around the object below your working end. The loose end then goes above your working end around the object once more. The loose end is then passed underneath the overlapping line. A proper clove hitch will have no binding, no jamming, and everything will be parallel to each other. The third knot is a simple sheet bend. The sheet bend is a joining knot used in boating, outdoor, and also around the house. The primary use for this is to join 2 lines of different diameters and types. Start with 1 line in a bight. This will be the thicker diameter of the 2. The smaller diameter line will go up through the bight. It is wrapped around and then tucked underneath itself. For a more secure bend, you can turn this into a double sheet bend by simply bringing it through one more time. If done properly, both of these will look very clean and will be easy to undo when you need it to. The fourth knot is a bowline. The bowline is a loop knot primarily used in boating, but also in the outdoors and around the house. The bowline is great for forming a fixed loop at the end of the line quickly. First, start by making an overhand loop towards the working end. The loose end is then brought through the bottom, through the loop, around the working end, and then back through the top of the loop. To do this quickly, I swoop around the working end and rotate my wrist. This forms a loop. The line can be put around the working end, brought through the loop, and then tightened back up. With a little bit of practice, you can do this one-handed. And this is what it should look like when you're done. Knot number 5 is the figure 8 loop. This is one of my favorites because I use it a lot during rock climbing. The figure 8 loop is used a lot in sailing, in the outdoors, and also during climbing as well. And it's great for forming a fixed loop at the end of the line that's unlikely to slip. Starting with the bite, drape it over your hand. Snake it around the front of your hand, through the back, and then fish the bite through the eyelet. Another way to do this is to bend the bite and twist it 2 times. Bring it through the back, and you formed a figure 8. If you're attaching through a fixed loop, you're going to need to do a figure 8 follow through. Start by making a single figure 8 with 1 strand. You'll bring the loose ends through whatever object you're looping through, and then you'll go and retrace the exact same steps, beginning from the exit. When you're done, make sure that everything is dressed so that everything lays nice and flat. The 6th knot that we're going to do is a round turn and 2 half hitches. This is a hitch primarily used in boating, but is often seen in the outdoors and also around the home and garden. Its primary use is to secure a line to an object. We'll start by doing the round turn. The loose end is then brought underneath, over the working end, and through the loop that it forms. This is 1 half hitch. You need to do this again for the 2nd half hitch. I saved my favorite knot for number 7, the TAUT-LINE hitch. The TAUT-LINE hitch is an adjustable loop used a lot in boating, outdoors, and home and garden. Its primary function is to adjust tension on the line. Fish the non-working end through whatever you're going to be attaching to. Form a loop and do 2 passes on the inside of that loop. Go in the same direction, form another loop, and then pass it through. You know you've done this right when the loop goes one way and your trailing end goes the other way. Loosening and tightening is easy as grabbing the knot and sliding it around.
Welcome to another Guide You Outdoors video.
All right. So those were 7 useful knots. I hope you guys learned something. Remember, stop after every knot and practice it. And if you need to go back so that it shows you again, do that. Knots are so, so useful, just like the guy was saying, for so many things, for boating, for camping, for setting up different tarps in the rain, all different sorts of things. And can help you, like if you need a rope that's too short and tying them together. So many useful things. So I encourage you to rewind the video and go back if you if you weren't clear on any of the knots, and play it again and again and practice with your rope until you get it. So I hope you guys have fun with this activity. Remember, you just need a simple string or rope, even a shoelace if you have it, to practice these knots. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next, Guilds. Thank you.